What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Klamtucky Bourbon Boyz. I'm Mike.
Hey, this is Dave. We're confusing people again.
Right? You never know where the woo's going to come from, if it's going to be there at all.
Yeah.
There you go. we Coming up, I mean, they're not really going to know what's going on anyway.
Yeah.
So, first, I want to take a little swing at something a little off topic, but on topic, I guess. I saw it on another podcast that I watch, and they make a really good point about taking a dry spell. And I know it's been a minute since I have had a sip of anything outside of I ran into something at the fair on Saturday. But other than that, not the fair, but I'll get into that in a minute. It's just good to check yourself once in a while, put the liquor away, take a break, have a glass of water or some juice, and give your body a little chance to recoup. And it seemed like solid advice to me.
One, I'm on a cycle, so my job makes me whatever. I have to be on call for my job. So the week that I'm on call, it's a little boring.
Yeah. I'm trying to coincide my dry weeks with yours, so
I have noticed that. I have.
Yeah, trying to get our cycles to No, wait a minute. That's
Oh yeah, yeah.
But no, I mean it's just I thought I took it as good advice, and I figured I'd share it out there that every now and then you just got to step back and enjoy it for what it is when you do, but make sure you're not getting stuck on it. Yes.
And it is nice just to, I don't want to say deal with reality, but just live.
Yeah. To realize that you don't have to have that to have a good time.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Which I've been guilty of that a time or two. And just thinking, gotta have a drink if I'm going to go out and do something, but you really don't. So anyway, not trying to beat the dead horse, so to speak, but like I said, I took that as good advice. Figured we'd share it here. Yeah, you gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Check yourself before you wreck your liver, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. We got some changes coming too.
Yeah, so it's kind of like when you when you know you're moving, you already know the house you're going to go into, kind of.
Yeah, like when you change jobs, but you don't tell anybody yet where the new job's going to be.
Right.
That's kind of going on with Klamtucky Bourbon Boyz. We know what's going to happen, but we're not.
We've worn out our welcome in our old house.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on the Big Rooster Media YouTube or Facebook page, because there might be some hints getting dropped there as to we're not going away. We're just making some changes.
Came up with an easy. Well, do we want to do
Dave's
that?
fault. I'm just saying. He would control himself.
We will drop this hint by. We like to drink whatever. Like here on the table, once again, I done my. Here's another cerveza. So that does not fit in anything. This is not a bourbon flavored beer. Changes. We'll just say it changes.
I think it'll be for the better. I think it'll. I think we're expanding our horizons.
Yes. Yes.
So,
and
not meaning to sound like a hippie, but,
what do we have on the table today, man?
We're gonna explode your mind. All right. Well, on that note,
good.
So I wasn't looking for whiskey this weekend because, again, kind of keeping it dry. And I figured it was safe to go to the local home show at the fairgrounds here in town.
You would think so,
right? Lo and behold, it must have been meant to be, because
sighting a new garage door, maybe. Hey, no, there's bourbon over there.
Well, I guess yeah, hit yourself with a hammer or cut yourself with a chainsaw. Sorry, but yeah. This is where, when the work is done and you want a little reward or to relax yourself. Anyway, this is a an Oregon distiller. They're out of Portland, and they came down, and I hope I've got it right. I believe the gentleman I talked to is Bob, and super nice guy, very informative. And Bob, thank you for the sample bottle. And I did end up I purchased this myself. It's Bird Creek Baroness cask strength. And so it's 115 proof, 57.5%. I got to share. Where am I over here?
No, you want that one?
Yeah, sure. I don't know if you can. It's got a compass. Yeah, you can see that. It's got a compass in the cap. I'm kind of a sucker for stuff like that, so I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Not why I bought it, because I did taste it first, and it's unique. But it was a tiny, like, eyedropper size sample. No offense, Bob, but I get it. Got to make it last.
Well, that is kind of cool looking at you taking off the cap. So I kind of get it. So they got their, what do you call that? The Latin lounge on the cap.
They do.
And then with the compass, that's cool.
Yeah, here. Let's a brand new bottle. It's kind of cute. So, Bird Creek. And
What is it?
it's like, I don't know, a Chihuahua or wolf or something.
A pangolin.
Mountain lion. Close. Anyway, pretty cool cap. And the Baroness is the barley. It's named after the barley that it's made by. And the barley is actually a German barley dedicated for making beer. And they borrowed that to make this. So, and I tasted it. I thought it had a really good, unique flavor. So it wasn't just
Unique.
yeah. Nose is kind of standard fare.
Oh, she's a
She leggy.
she's a high legger. So look how high. Not a runner, I would say, but
Yeah.
all right. Still looking for that Coke can, but
Yeah, right.
nutty on the nose.
Nutty. That's it. Cashews. Kinda. No?
Yes. Yes, you. Geez.
Channeling my inner sommelier.
All right, so for a 115, it just kind of slides down. And I just was looking at that. That's cool that the bottle, so that's bottle 88 of 228.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't
cool as well.
didn't do my due diligence and write all of that down. It's 4-year, 2-month-old. Cask strength. Cask 20-139 and 20-142. So I'm assuming it's a blend. And it is a single malt. It's not a bourbon. It's an American single malt.
Hey, so there you go, Sam. We're drinking whiskey.
Right? But the flavor grabbed me because it's kind of unique. Like you said, kind of nutty. Goes down easy for a 115 proof.
And not overly out of the way. I mean, it's not like a flavor. It's not like a flavored whiskey or a.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's just there's enough. There's enough of the nut in there. The nuttiness the nuttiness carries over. Sorry.
So last week we had the Whistle Pig Boss Hog, and that was super unique because it had the oh the yellow curry background to it.
Yeah, I thought you were coming up with the fancy. So yeah, Boss Hog 11. There's some kind of spice they're calling it on the bottle itself, but it's straight up curry, and it's so unique. This is not as
It doesn't deviate like that.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Sorry, I'm not trying to.
No. And we're ADD over here, so. But yeah, no, that's in the same because it's
ADD. It's all Dad's drink, right? Sorry.
it's in the same. I wouldn't, man. I wouldn't even go that far with this bottle. That's a good flavor. There's nothing.
It has its own uniqueness to it. I'm getting something else, and I'm trying. I get the nut forward kind of deal, but and maybe it is like almost like chocolate malt in the background. A little smokiness, maybe.
And I'm staring at this thing. So the weird single. Is it single? Not single barrel. What is the black? The fancy Jack.
Sinatra,
No, the gold bottle we all like, but
single barrel strength.
the black one though. I'm picking up hints
Oh, really? Okay.
close to that.
And I know which one you're talking about. But I'm not sure which one it is. If I'm being fair, it's not Gentleman Jack. No, that's a different bottle altogether.
Man.
Do we need to pause? Do some
No, because
research?
you don't.
I don't have that.
Yeah, you don't have that one.
No. No, but I definitely get like a malted and chocolate malt ball finish in the background. And for me it's cashews up front. You know, it's got the standard brown sugar, molasses, whatever notes that you're going to get off of a whiskey, but definitely that nuttiness.
Not as much. I mean, the finish is very smooth.
It is.
The whole palate. I mean, you don't really get. I mean, you get a little bit of burn from the 115. It's not really. It's smooth.
It is.
I can't really pick it out from the burn from the front or the burn from the back. It's very good.
It's got enough of a hint of heat to let you know that it's got some proof to it.
Right. There you go.
But it's not overbearing. It's a real easy one to drink at 115 proof. So, Bird Creek Distillery, had not heard of them prior to this weekend. I guess they're starting to spread out across Oregon here where we live. And talking with Bob, their rep, it seems like the I-5 corridor down the western part of the state, they've kind of been addressing that in their growth, which makes sense. That's the most populated part of the state. But now they're reaching out over here. And
Geez, Bob, you should keep your business in Oregon then. Us Idahoans over here.
Idaho. But no, it's a good whiskey. I'm curious to see what, if any, change it takes on now that we've popped it open and let a little air in there. And
Well, and the shoulders are a little low on that dude. So yeah, you're at least, I'd say, approaching shoulders.
yeah, it's just kind of down about here. We're not exposing any straps yet. It's an adult show.
You're gonna get to that strap the next pour, though. I tell you that much.
Mm-hmm. I almost want to say I get like Glenlivet, Glenmorangie. I get a little of that Scotch note to it. Not very strong. If you're not a Scotch drinker, don't let me scare you off. But I do get a little bit of Scotch off of that, and I think maybe it's that background. finish.
Well, it's more. It's on the sweeter side for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is. Anyway, so I don't
well, you can
think
continue on. I'm just
this is available too far. You can just throw that on the table if you want.
all right.
I don't think this is available beyond Oregon at this point. I could be wrong. You can look them up on the internet.
Gave you a horrible pour there.
Make about 10 different comments to that, and I won't. But yeah, it's Bird Creek Distillery. And I just did a search on Bird Creek. I don't even think I had to type in distillery and it popped up. But they've got like 9 different varieties of whiskey. I think I tried 5 of them at the home show there where they were. And they were all good. I just I opted for the higher proof because that's typically what I enjoy drinking. Good stuff.
So I think an old fashioned would probably be a little. I guess it wouldn't be an old. I guess, anyway, whiskey sour with that I think is where it would be.
Oh. I think either one would work, but I think you'd have to be kind of particular about what bitters you threw in with this. Like I'm a big fan of those Crater Lake bitters. I don't know that would work.
That's why I went. I was going to say an old fashioned at first, but I think the whiskey sour would
Yeah.
work.
Well, you might have to come back and try that.
Part 2.
Yeah, darn. All right, so moving on, and Bob, again, it was nice to meet you, and hopefully we can cross paths again somewhere down the road and have a whiskey with you. What do you got, sir?
Or 7.
Or 7?
So yeah, as our I don't know if anybody caught our moving scenario, but as Dave usually Dave's, I brought in a beer this week, and it's just because sometimes the weather was a little bit nicer, but you know I dabble in whatever. So this is a Rattler. Have you had a Rattler?
I have not had Rattler.
Rattler.
Or have they had this down at the tap house? The Rattler part kind of sounds familiar.
Now I'm gonna have to do some homework.
All right. Well, he's doing that. I'm going to drink his.
So this
beer.
this is what is this? 2 Pitchers Brewing, and it's a grapefruit Rattler, and I believe the Rattler is just it's infused beer with.
Okay. Grapefruit and a hint of blood orange.
You getting any of that? You get it? To me, it's delicious.
It's really good. Really good. That's a perfect summer beer.
Oh, okay. So here we go. Thanks, Google. A Rattler is a German word that means cyclist and refers to a beer and a soft drink mix, also known as a shandy in the UK. So, yes. So Liney Googles has the lemon shandy.
Right, and that's a good summer beer too.
Well, so that's just it's the mix. So you take a little bit of fruit, usually, I guess maybe citrus. In this case, we're doing grapefruit, and then a beer. This is a little bit more.
But it's grapefruit and something else, right?
Well, blood orange.
Oh, blood orange. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's still, yeah, citrus. But to me, a Rattler, I would say, is a little bit more. It's different from a shandy. And maybe that's just the approach from the shandy to the Rattler. It's kind of like a lager and a pilsner or whatever. This is more beery.
Okay.
A little bit more on the beer side than like a shandy is just, and it can go bye-bye.
Right. Well, I could do that with this. Trust. What do I have? 5.1% on that.
Yeah, it's not much. I mean,
I could see that just evaporating right and left at a campground this summer.
I know where you get them.
Excellent.
So yeah, these are local-ish from NorCal. San Carlos, California, is where 2 Pitchers is at.
South Bay area.
I believe so.
Yes,
You
sir.
would probably know.
Been there before.
Yeah.
Time or two. Worked there for a little while.
That's may have where I picked. Well, you know where I picked them up at.
Probably Livermore.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a couple of winners there. And so yeah, we're gonna we got a special we're gonna have a guest interview coming up on the next episode. We're gonna
Maybe that should be our outgoing
our,
party favor interview.
could be the part that really sucks. It dawned on me is I'm gonna have to get a new banner already.
I will come up with something.
Yeah, we can just get one part of it made and tape it over.
All right, we might as well just band-aid it.
Sure.
All right, so
Nothing
wrong with you guys or anything like that. Maybe our nomenclature starting out is a little. If you don't know Klamath Falls, Oregon, it's pretty remote. So when you're googling or YouTubing show names or something like that, Klamtucky's a little obscure.
Yeah.
So
we like the Klamtucky name, but again, it's like Dave said, it's pretty regionally specific. We're trying to. Well, it's a couple things. I mean, one, we'd like to reach a bigger audience than what we have, and the other is we don't just drink bourbon as much as that's probably our go-to for anything, whiskey, bourbon, whatever you want to call it. As you've seen on the show, we do branch out and we try different things, and so we're trying to be open to that. So we'll see where it heads, but we'll let you know. There will be maybe some clues, like I said, on the Big Rooster page. So,
well, if we're doing this, we're just
gonna air it all out.
Okay, so this episode is gonna be one duplicated. This will post on Klamtucky Bourbon Boyz, but we're also gonna drop it in another new name.
Oh, are we? This one?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. So it is said, so it is written, so it'll be done.
Well, we can't do that because we do have a special guest coming up. We can't.
Right.
We need to keep it the same, but yet I think we need to.
Well, I think
we need to claim stake and.
All right, I'm just gonna come clean with everybody.
Do it.
So we're changing the name of the show. We are going to go from Klamtucky Bourbon Boyz to Day Drinking with Mike and Dave.
Much more fitting.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, the bourbon thing is great, and that will forever be our point of interest. But it's just become pretty obvious as we do this that you can talk about bourbon day after day after day, and there's thousands, if not, well, hundreds, probably thousands of other shows out there that do the same thing. We don't want to just be pigeonholed into that. So by changing the name, it should reach a broader audience, which is a good thing. And it frees us up to not feel so obligated to bring a whiskey every week. Now, hopefully that doesn't run some of you off, because it's, again, still going to be our beverage of focus.
Well, and we don't mean. I think this is where we were going to land up anyway. Maybe not the name, but I mean, I think I've always called it the mullet show because, I mean, we are the 90, 10-90 or 90-10, however you want to look at that. I mean, we're 90% brown stuff, but yes, I will bring
We have Husker Do's and Husker Don'ts.
Right? I will bring in whatever. I'm sure we got tequila
And more tequila and some
we could have something else back there.
There's
there is all
absinthe.
brown stuff.
Well, we got absinthe up there.
Oh, there's 2 tequilas.
Yeah,
so
2 tequilas, some absinthe, some scotch.
yeah, this is what we do. So
Tired of getting, well, not tired of it. We're just, again, trying to grow the show. The sister program that we do on Big Rooster Media, What's Up Klamath Falls, is growing. It's doing really well. And, but it's also a regional. You know, there's not a lot of interest if it's not here in something going on here in town. This show could have the potential to be bigger, and we'd kind of just like to reach more people. So
I don't think I'm going to win the lottery, so if I can win the YouTube lottery, I will take it that way any day of the week.
yeah. So anyway, that's where we're headed. Not sure when the official name change is going to take place. We'll have the logo up on the Facebook page today when you're watching this, and see what you think. But yeah, gonna change directions a little bit.
So, yes, for a few shows, you're going to double.
So it'll be on both What's Up or Klamtucky Bourbon Boys, and it'll be also uploaded as Day Drinking with Mike and Dave. So,
And I think it'll make more sense. I mean, because if you follow us on the Facebook or anything like that, we didn't do a whole lot of YouTube in Vegas, but we were Facebooking live pretty much every day while we were down there. So, well, and Kentucky.
And
So
Kentucky.
yeah, it's just more fitting, I guess. We hope you guys come with us, but
travel the states to bring entertainment to you guys.
yeah.
So Oregon, Nevada, Kentucky, Tennessee. Who knows what's next? Mexico.
That's true. I did find
Yeah,
that.
you did that
Banana Foster
special.
Old Fashioned. Man, yes.
So we spare no expense to entertain you guys.
But yes, we hope you come on the ride with us, and it's just it's time. We've kind of had to sit down and trust
For a
me.
different direction.
Well, and starting out, I think it's going to be where we've always been. We're just changing the name
Yeah,
so much.
that's true.
So,
Well, it's gonna be where you've always been. right under the bus.
blame it on me, I guess.
No,
Dave.
you know what? I like it. I'm glad. I'm kind of glad you pushed the boundaries last few months because it does offers up a lot. Because we've got gins in the house that, yeah, Anthony, I hear you. We got gin. Well,
And that was not me. That was that guy.
that was Anthony. Yeah. So we'll be covering that, and who knows what. Anyway, don't want to drag this out forever, but that's where we're going.
And just in defense of Anthony, I'm glad we took that because
Yeah.
that was eye opener for sure. So
It was. I thought I knew good gin until he actually served us good gin, and now I know the difference. So, on that note, sir, I think I'm. My glasses are empty. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm working. All right. Well,
So yeah, thanks for riding along this far with Klamtucky Bourbon Boys, and continue the ride with Day Drinking with Mike and Dave. I think it's going to change things a little bit. Definitely going to broaden our horizons as far as what you see on the table. So
and stay tuned for the special guests next week.
yeah, excited about that one. Thanks a lot, you guys. Hope you're having a good week. Always remember, do check yourself from time to time. This should be fun. Shouldn't be a life changer. So just stay in check. Make sure you're doing all right. On that note, I think we'll get going, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Deuces.